What it do?
It's your girl L.
It's your boy Drew.
We are back with another
banging ass reaction. Y'all know how we dope when we come down repping that H-Time. Know I'm talking about.
Straight up.
Real talk.
Alright, so we are gonna react to Carmen Pritchett's What I Dealt With and Nobody Understood. This is documentary part 3, correct?
I think so. Is it?
Yeah, part 3.
Okay.
Part 3. We're gonna react to it. Y'all already know it's been like really super touching, super interesting. She's lived a tough life, so we want to see what else she has to say or share with us. But before we get into it, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
That's very important.
Tap that notification bell, send everybody our way.
Tell them we the next up because we the best up.
And that's on END.
And no big facts.
All right, let's get into it.
Personally, I do feel like money got in the way, and like fame did get in the way, because he got to the point where he felt like he had power to give anybody, to talk to anybody.
Ooh, baby, when she started out on the money.
Yeah, I
agree, because that can change things, like especially when you're young and you came from not having it as much, and now you have it. It's like, oh, I could play with this, or I could play with that, I can get away with this, I can get away with that.
Right.
I'm not judging nobody, because we all do it.
Yeah.
Just like we get a little extra money, you know, like say for instance during tax season, we start going out to eat more often, start buying, like just buying stuff we know we usually wouldn't buy. Like
my business just tripping.
Yeah.
So during this time of me being pregnant here in this house, I feel like I didn't want to be there no more. It was more like I can't have a baby. I can't be in this YouTube. I just want to be separate and away from all these.
Let me pause it. Facts. You can't control how people think about you. But regardless of the fact, like, it's okay to be authentic on camera, and it's also okay to withhold certain things, because not everybody deserves to know your personal business.
Yeah, because social media, like, it's a monster. Like, it's sickening, like, for real. Because, like you said, okay, I think that's what you said. But basically what I'm saying is you can have it and you can not have it, and people still gonna bash you or talk down or have something to say about you regardless. So it's a lose-lose situation. You just gotta do you.
Just know, whatever you share, just only share it if you're okay inside with sharing it. You know what I mean?
So, you know, during this time, I was about 6 months already. When we was there, Corey went out of town for the first time. He went to Orlando. When he went to Orlando, came back, and when a woman can send something before a man can, you know, that's the power that we have. I knew he wasn't the same when he came back, and I felt like, okay, you hide something, but I never say nothing to him. So next thing you know, this big T page, which was the Shea Routine, posted and exposed to him that he was out of town, got drunk, talked to his female on Facebook. Like, they posted the screenshots, they posted messages, they posted all the proofs. So that really hurt me, because it's one thing where you didn't.
Oh, you called her manipulative?
Wow.
Well, she said he was drunk, but they could have. And see, that's the worst thing to do. When you leave for vacation or you leave for periods of time and y'all mad, that gives you so much opportunity to think and do evil stuff. Like, me and you, like, we don't leave the house, no cap, we do not leave the house mad at each other. We don't. He'll act like he finna go, or I'll act like I'm finna go, but we don't leave the house upset, because I've gotten into, I remember I was upset one time and I crashed my car into the ditch, and I was pregnant. Yes, because I was upset. Don't leave the house upset. Don't.
Private versus when you have to deal with when a woman's people is watching you, and not even that, but they seeing proof. They seeing my man on FaceTime with another female. It was like, wow, okay. okay, this is what we're doing. This is not it for me.
People always looked at me like I was just dumb and should have did this and that, but the truth is people never saw what I did behind closed doors. Everything wasn't just about me looking happy and forgetting what Corey had done. I took actions. I didn't just move on overnight. People think I don't have a private life but would never know what I do or say off cameras. Never been the type of girl to use a situation for everyone to feel sorry for me and support me. I just let everyone talk and think whatever while I was dealing with everything my way.
Square business though. That's real.
That's
though.
the only way to be.
And people gonna think what they think though. And like I do not like messy stuff. Like I don't like mess. Like that's just, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Especially when you a grown up and you messy.
Yeah.
It's not it. So that's when my trust issues became, because I never had the idea of a guy. If a guy liked the girl picture, that don't mean that he want to have sex with the girl. I always used to think that, but Corey changed all of that about me.
What you think? If a guy likes a girl's picture, that and not just a regular, I'm talking about a female that the woman, your girlfriend don't know, and it's like provocative. What does that mean when a guy does that?
I don't think that's cool. Me personally, you feel me? I don't think that's cool. See me, like somebody like my picture, like okay, I'm gonna like that picture back, but it won't be nothing explicit though. It's just me showing love, like saying I appreciate you. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
People do that all the time with me.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
but when
no, I don't agree with that. You like a provocative
means?
thirst traps and stuff like that.
Does that mean that a man wants to?
To me, it's like a man like find that lady attractive, and he like trying to get in where he fit in. You know, so he trying to see how far he can go. You know what I'm saying?
Come from a man.
Corey made me believe that if he liked a girl picture, he wants attention. He wants to let her know that, hey, I see your picture. You know what I mean? So that's why I would be big on don't follow females, don't like girls' pictures. I don't care if this girl house is on fire, don't reply to a text. I always be like that, but he in a way made me that way. You know, I was never insecure. I was never a female that would question everything. He made me that way, you know? So when it was like 7 months of my pregnancy, I was in a position where everything hurted me. Everything was just not the same, and I caught Corey just constantly keep texting females after he got exposed. He constantly just texting. So I'm like, am I not worth it? I'm not enough for you? Like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? So I started really questioning myself why I'm pregnant. And I feel like I should have never been in a position of me thinking that me being pregnant was a problem. So it got to a point where in our relationship, I felt like I just want to take this baby out. I don't care what the consequence is. I don't want to be pregnant no more, and I don't want to be here no more. And
so I feel like when you get pregnant especially at a teen age, the guy can't really handle it that much, because you're kind of like a child too right now, because you're more needy, you're sick, you're not as fun because you're always tired, you're grumpy, you're hungry, you're hormonal, you cry more, you're upset more, you know what I mean? Like everything is heightened when you're pregnant. So it's a lot on a teenage couple, because y'all are still kids yourself, you know what I mean? Y'all still haven't really, been exposed to the real life of being a true adult and paying bills and all. Well, she was paying bills, but she was still a child, you know what I mean? She was living with her parents. So, well, not when she got pregnant, I don't think, but I don't know. I encourage people to just wait, bruh. Live your life, have fun, be a kid.
Square business though, like that's important.
Yeah.
And one time it's like he just was not the same. Like this was not the Corey that I fell in love with. This was was not the Corey that would bring me flowers and be sweet. He was not the Corey that would treat me like a baby. He was so distant that everything that I would do, I think I'm like, dang, am I annoying you? Am I irritating you? Like, what's wrong? Like, I can't even say hey to you because you look at me and you just keep walking. I felt like we're just strangers in the house. So he set me down and told me that he didn't want to be with me anymore. He didn't love me, but he was going to take care of the baby. He just couldn't be with me because he liked somebody else. He was texting people on Snapchat, on Facebook Messenger, on Instagram. He was just like all over the place. It didn't even feel like we was married anymore. You just felt like we're just a basic.
And see, I hate that this happened while she was pregnant. When we are pregnant, that is the time we need to feel love the most. And if you love us the most while we're pregnant, I'm telling you, you can have the world. We'll forgive you for anything, because that is a serious moment. Like, it's scary. It's life or death. It really is, because not everybody lives past having a baby. People lose blood. People's blood pressures go up out the roof and you can't calm it down. Like, it gets scary. So,
a random YouTube call at that moment. So,
little self.
it was just like, we just had to separate. When we decided to separate, I went back to my mom's house. When I went back to my mom's house, I was gonna plan to have my baby there and just stay there until I find my own place to stay. So during that time of me being with my mom, mind you, I'm like 8 months now. Me being with my mom, Corey would just keep getting exposed back to back, like different females, flying females out, bringing females to our house, making females sleep in our bed, like taking females to parties, going with females to places we go eat, getting spotted in the mall with females. It was just like, damn, like, you don't care about me, you never really loved me. And at some point I did feel like he just used me just to get to where he was. I definitely felt like that, because it was like, how can you treat me like this when I'm carrying your child, but you putting these females in the position of disrespecting me, talking about me on live, talking about how crazy I am because you told them that I'm crazy, just bashing me on social media. And mind you,
and that's one thing you never ever do. That's when you get messy, you get sloppy, because if you end up going back to her, now you got her at war with all these little people that you done told negative things about, and not necessarily true. It's just you're saying it to make them feel like, oh, he don't want her no more. He won't.
Yeah, you giving them a up over her, like,
right.
And
but
then she famous too, though.
Right.
So that's the worst low blow.
But you don't really feel that way. You don't really feel that way. It's just you're telling them that so they will believe you enough to let you have what you want from them.
Yeah,
it's the game.
A lot of us men do that. I mean, women do it too, but
women do it too. Yes, we do.
Know what I'm saying? It's both sides does it. Know what I'm saying? But us men, we do it a lot.
Every time Corey would get exposed, people bash me like I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm a stupid ass female. I'm with Corey just for the money, I'm with Corey just for the fame. I just need to stay Corey. I need you to. I need these. Like, it was so many things that people said about me, and all they said about Corey was, oh, he's a cheater. You know what they say? Dudes gonna be dudes. And I'm like, why am I paying for his mistake? Why I gotta be the one that is in the line where people hate me because you decided to do this, you know? And people always be big on, like, if y'all married, y'all can just separate. If you married, if y'all still married, that means he's still cheating on you, he's still doing this. Like, the last 2 months of my pregnancy, Corey went wild. Like, brought different females to the house, it was so much that I still care for this dude. You know, I loved Corey, so I would text Corey and tell Corey, like, if you have a female in the house, make sure she's not posting these every 2 minutes. Make sure that you're doing it. Like, I'm giving this good advice while at my mama's house crying, carrying his baby. I'm making sure that you still taking care of you, that you still not quit.
Ooh, girl, I've been there. I've done some stupid stuff. behind him. Behind him. But like I said, we've been together since I was 16 and he was 18. Trying to be in a serious relationship. So, like, it's sad because when you love hard and you really, like, you don't really know what love is, you know, based off of, like, your parents or your father and stuff like that. And then you get in a relationship, you love hard because you want that man or that boy to love you hard.
Yeah.
And then it don't be like that because they may not know how yet. And it's normal to not know how at a young age. So
Look, there's no excuse, you know what I'm saying, by the way that I did treat her, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all make mistakes or act out, you know what I'm saying, depending on, I guess, how am I trying to say it? Some of us don't know how to act, like, accordingly, you know what I'm saying, to our emotions. Like, we let it, like, overtake us, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And, like, I really didn't know how to, like, love nobody properly. Not until I got with her, you know what I'm saying? It took time, though. Everything takes time. Nothing just works just like that.
Facts.
Make sure that you're doing it. Like, I'm giving this good advice. While at my mama's house, crying, carrying his baby, I'm making sure that you still taking care of you. That you still not putting this image out there for people to just bash you. Even though he was not the one just getting, like, really threat comments, you know? So, I always been the type to, like, hey, I'm here for you, but you need to calm your people down. Like, stop making this girl feel so special. Or if she posts something, tell her to take it down. Like, people's social media is FBI. So, it was like, I guess Corey realized after I had CJ, of course, I wanted Corey to be there. I wasn't going to take it away from him. So when I had CJ, Corey brought to me that he cut everybody out. He gonna start over again because we got a baby. And I literally left my mom's house a week after I had CJ when I wasn't supposed to do that. When we came back, that's when I told Corey, I said, we need to move out of this house because I don't want to be here and I don't want to raise my baby here. That's when we moved.
Oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't have stayed there.
Yeah, I respect that for real. Like,
yeah, if you want to start over, you got to give me a new spot because I'm not finna have my baby up in here where you had all these females in my bed. Like,
yeah, real talk, bed bugs and everything. You feel me?
A second home in Texas. This is the second house me and Corey had. I'm pretty sure that y'all remember this house. This house was like a playhouse because Corey had all his cars like out here.
oh yeah.
And it's just like stuff just constantly kept happening, you know? And my mom never, until this day, she probably found out through this video, but she never knew the times Corey cheated on me, the times I followed Corey, the times that I went through Corey phones, the time me and Corey got into a fight. Like, she never knew anything. And the only reason is because I know how my mom felt about me having a man, that I always protected Corey. I did not want to break that image to my mom. I did not want to.
And I ain't gonna cap, I done did that before. Like, not tell my parents what's going on. But sometimes you need to. That way, your mom, depending on how your parents are. Like, I feel like with me, if you tell me, my son or my daughter come and tell me that they having problems in their relationship, I'm going to get both of the people and, like, come on, y'all, come talk to me. Let's see what's up. Let me hear your side. Let me hear. I'm not going to be like, she, and he, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of parents that's going to take their child's side and not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they never made no mistakes when they was younger, you know what I'm saying?
And you're going to tell your mama, of course you're going to tell your mama a side that's going to make them be on your side. You know what I mean? You don't get to hear both sides. So I always have issues with people who don't get both sides before they start. You know what I mean?
Her grudges, or when Corey come around, she would instantly hate him and just close the door on him. I always be the type to just protect his image, no matter what. So after I had CJ, it was more so like, it just kept happening. It kept happening. But I feel like the only reason I'm still here with Corey is because I know the real Corey. And I know there's no relationship perfect. Like, everybody that I know got cheated on. We were like big celebrities. Everybody got cheated on. But I feel like I'm not living for social media, so why should I make a decision based on what social media is telling me to do, you know? And I know why I fell in love with Corey. I know why I decided to have a family with Corey. I know why I decided to get married to Corey, I know why I decided to just trust Corey in life, you know. So I feel like we're in a space where I won't let people get to me, but he knows that if something else was to come up, that's my last straw. After a million straw, that would be my last one, because I feel like I took so much in that maybe a lot of females would have took all that in. Like everything that I took in, I could feel myself being strong in so many ways, because I dealt with publicly harassment. Like Corey embarrassed me publicly. You know, people bashing me publicly. People telling me all type of stuff publicly. Like I have to read comments every day until now. People still want to bring my past to destroy me. People still want to talk about what Corey done did, what Corey did, what Corey that. But I feel like I know the real, you know. But I feel like I will always have these side of people that will stand and these side of people that will never understand. But I feel like if I'm happy, that's all that shit matters. And I know that the things me and Corey went through, a lot of couples wouldn't stick around through all the moments, you know. And the things that I went through with Corey, to get Corey to be a better man, a lot of women won't be doing that nowadays, you know, because the moment that...
But they do. They do, sis. You know what they do? They don't say it. They judge you. They judge you for staying. And then behind closed doors, they staying
they
too.
They dealing with the same stuff.
It's everybody doing it. Everybody doing it.
That's
even
funny.
if it ain't cheating. And it is crazy. Like, bruh, yes.
And
I can say that I have been like, girl, that he not gonna change. He not gonna change. But when you get tired, you leave. When you get tired. You know what I mean? If you're not tired yet and you haven't had enough, keep fighting.
You know why people do that? Because they know that they're not exposed.
Right.
Because they're nobody. Know what I'm saying?
They are somebody, but they not.
You know what I mean?
They don't have a platform.
Yeah, you're famous and they're not. So of course they dirty laundry is not gonna get aired.
They want you to be like a fairy tale on TV. They want to see you leave. They want to see you get a new man and make the old man jealous and do all this boss up like they say on the songs. But guess what?
They don't.
Even Beyonce stayed after getting cheated on.
That's crazy.
The guy cheated, it's like everything is over and everything is, that's it. Like I hate him. I never hated Corey through the whole 5-year relationship. I never had hate for Corey. I never really got on social media and bashed him and just exposed him the times that he used my name to just be good. I never bashed him. I never exposed him. I never told people like, oh yeah, go bash Corey, go do this, go do that. I never did it. Like Corey's an amazing father. Corey treats his kids like bitches. The only thing he got in the world. Like Corey is the Corey that nobody knows.
So cute.
Put it like that. Like the Corey that I know, nobody knows is Corey. Everybody just knows this Corey for a cheater, being this, being that, being all of that. But it's like you don't know people, you know. And sometimes people get caught up. And I can even say this because people will say like, oh, but how many times you gonna get caught up in the same mistake? But I feel like...
And that is true, sis, because people do be like, come on, he doing it again, what's up? But when you are married, you're supposed to, we were just talking about having long suffering. Long suffering is just that. It doesn't mean, okay, you gonna suffer the first 2 times, he do it, and then the 3rd time you leave. That's not what that means. If you married, you don't have to accept anything, but you know what I mean? If you do, that's a part of you honoring your vows and just loving somebody unconditionally. Unconditional means, it doesn't matter what the condition is. I'm going to love you. You know what I mean? And sometimes loving somebody can be letting them go until they figure it out. Like, nobody can tell you what to do. It's your life. It's your decision.
You have to build a strong foundation before you break it. And I feel like we never really had a strong foundation. So it was like, how can this be broken if we never built it, you know? So I feel like that's why I decided to just keep staying and keep letting him like, hey, you need to learn. Because we got together when we was 18 years old. like 18 years old. We got married at 18. We living life fast. Like, you don't know what's gonna come your way. You don't know how many females gonna be thrown at you, how many guys in my DMs. You don't know none of that, you know. So I feel like our life went from being this nobody to ooh, everybody know them, everybody bashing them, they the worst couple. This life just don't have an ending for nobody. So as the time was going by, it was just like, we have a son now, and I was depressed. I was depressed for 6 months after I had CJ. Nobody knew that. I was depressed because I felt like, man, I'm dealing with my baby, and then your stepson, and then you leave the house.
Oh, your
you go out of town. I'm here with both kids. Mind you, I don't know how to be a mom. Nobody told me how to do this or how to do that. So it was more so like, when is going to be enough? Like, when I'm going to be strong enough to really put my foot down and not allow a lot of things to keep going. And I feel like I have done a pretty good job, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to play social media. I don't want to play social media. I don't want to be this person where people be like, oh yeah, she should, or she should do this, she should do that. Like, I don't want social media to see me for something that I'm not, or for somebody who's leaving for social media. I never left for social media. I never wanted to carry myself like I'm just not that person. If you see me on camera, it's the same way you see me in person. I feel like that's always been my goal. So the same way I handle things, like on social media for my relationship, is the same way I do it privately. But I understand that a lot of decisions that I've done made on social media is what put me in a position for a lot of people to just not really like me, for a lot of people to just bash me, for people to just judge me based on my relationship. But I feel like I'm more than just Carmen and Corey. I'm more than just this girl that got cheated on. I feel like after I had CJ, my body changed.
Facts. You definitely are more than just getting cheated on, and I understand. I get it. I feel like, you know, who wouldn't feel like they got used? You know what I mean? Like, we got up here, you made me quit my job, we got up here, and now I'm pregnant, and now you want to leave and do your thing. Like, you could have did your thing before I got pregnant.
Yeah, that make you feel that makes women feel like you use and abuse them. I feel you though, like real talk. I've done a lot of just stupid stuff when I know right from wrong. Like, when you at a certain age, you know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just like sometimes we just do it just because, you know what I'm saying? Like, just crazy. Like, I used to do stuff like to see if I still got it. You know what I'm saying? See if I still had pull like I had pull. You know what I'm saying? I used to do stupid stuff like that. And we used to always get into it. And I would tell her though, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just crazy though. But like, I chilled out. I chilled out because at the end of the day, like, all that fighting and arguing and fussing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, like, it's draining. Like, it's not healthy. Like, for real, like, it's draining.
Yep.
And my self-love changed. Our relationship would just feel like this rocky, on and off, on and off. I'm depressed. I don't know, like, what can I do to just be enough for Corey? I didn't know, like, how Corey looked at me anymore. I didn't know if he wasn't interested in me anymore. So I didn't love myself. You know, after I had CJ, I didn't love myself. I feel like I got lost in my pregnancy, in my relationship, in YouTube, and I wasn't ready to have a baby. I wasn't ready because mentally, emotionally, I was not ready at all, you know, but I still managed to just make sure that my baby was healthy. So after I had CJ, I decided that I wanted to just have surgery. I never heard of surgery before. I never knew like what surgery was. I didn't know, but I did my research and I was like, okay, I think something needs to change for me to love myself, for me to just gain that self-love again and don't feel depressed, don't feel like I'm just this ugly person. I did not want to feel like that. So I decided that I wanted to have surgery, you know. And when I decided that, I had a conversation with Corey and I told him, I said, I want to get this done, I want to get that done. And Corey did ask me a lot of questions as to why I wanted to get it done. He was like, I love you the way you are, you need to get this done. Like, who is in your head telling you this, telling you that? I'm like,
well, I mean, honestly, this is how I feel about any type of like plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery, if it makes you feel better, do it. If you got the money, do it. If you have the support, do it. If you can, you know, keep up with your body afterwards, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like,
just don't overdo it.
Don't overdo
Don't
it.
overdo it.
Some things like, you know, you don't have to fix every single thing, but like stuff with like after you become a parent.
Yeah, that's understood though. No,
now I would say like okay, wait until you're done having kids. That way you know what your body really looks like after you're done having kids. But a lot of people don't do that, but that's their choice. But you know what I mean? Like for moms and stuff, I understand how it is. Like, but babies change your body like so much, so drastically. And then when you're young, it's even worse because it's like you still haven't gotten to, you know, really show off your body or wear this or get sexy and all that stuff. And you haven't got to do none of that stuff. So that's another thing. That's another reason why you should wait to have babies.
Nobody. I just feel like it's time for me to do something for me, for myself, because since I've been in this relationship, I feel like everything has been about you, relationship, you, relationship, you, relationship, you two. I'm like, what about me? Like, when can I do something that just make me feel good? You know, I don't want to please nobody. I just want to please myself. So that's when, you know, he was very supportive. After I got it, he was very supportive. He was taking care of me. He was there like every minute of everything. So I wasn't gonna go out in public and let people know what I got done. But of course, it's gonna be so noticeable. But when I talk about it, people put me in a position that I was doing it because I was insecure. I did not want Corey to go nowhere. I did not want Corey to. Everybody made it about Corey. Corey. I got these done and I got that.
Breakfast that's ready in a snap. Lunches you actually look for.
Got that done for Corey. But in reality, people never understood that, no, it was because Carmen lost herself. Carmen was in depression mode for 6 months after having a baby. Carmen was dealing with nothing but sadness, pain. She was hurt. She was this. She was all that. That's why Carmen decided to do that, you know. So after I had my surgery, I didn't start acting different. I didn't start making it seem like, well, I was just better than anybody. I didn't do nothing, you know. I was just still myself. I still remained the same girl that started YouTube in 2017. So as all this going down, I felt like I started getting better with myself, and I started getting happiness. I started just being this Carmen before all this YouTube. I started being back myself. So I feel like I have grown a lot to the point where I don't care how people view me anymore because I know who I am. I don't care how people want to judge me because I know the real me. I know who I really am. I know that I'm not this done female. I'm not this female that just don't know her worth. I'm not this female that just sounds slow. This female that don't know nothing. I know who I am, and because of who I am is how I managed to sit here now and tell you my story and give you an insight of the things that nobody really knew about Carmen, you know. So I feel like I have seen a growth for the past 4 years. I have seen so much growth in so many ways, and the thing that I always care about is just my son, Corey, and my mom, my brother, and my dad. Like, those are the main people that I will always be concerned about. If they view me some type of way, I will consider it of changing that. But when it comes to people on the outside, like social media, I honestly don't care because it's like, I can never win with people, no matter.
You're right.
Yeah, on social media you can't win. It's a lose-lose, you know what I'm saying? That's why at the end of the day you gotta do you know what I'm saying? Like, just do you, because that stuff can drive people insane, you know what I'm saying? And you have a lot of internet bullies, cyber bullies and stuff. Like, that's what makes it worse too. So you really just gotta just black out everything, let people say what they want to say. I mean, you can have a little fight in you too. You can say a little whatever you want to too. Just let people know, look, don't play with me, okay? I'm famous, but okay, don't play with me though.
Right.
If I change my hairstyle, they're still gonna talk about it. If I wear the same hairstyle every time, they're still gonna talk about me. If I decide to get this tattoo because they told me, they're gonna say something negative about it. So I learned that social media is very unfit. You will never undefeat social media, no matter how many comments you say back, no matter how many facts you put out there, no matter how many truths you give, people still gonna talk about you. So I decided that I'm just gonna handle things the way that I want to handle things, and whatever makes me happy, I will definitely do it. I'm just continue to be this Carmen that a lot of people look up to, because no matter what I've been through, I still have a lot of girls that look up to me and say, how you did it.
Y'all could have sworn this was part 3. Maybe episode 1 had a part 2.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what that is.
Cause just like our 3rd video.
I could have sworn.
Yeah.
But I enjoy, listening to her, tell us her story, and it's really a way to vent too.
Yeah.
Like, you're not telling us now. I mean, yeah, she is telling us things that we didn't. Some things that we didn't know. Some things we did already know. But it's all a part of your healing process, being able to get it off of you. So
yeah.
I enjoyed it. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
That's very important.
Tap that notification bell. Send everybody our way.
Tell them we the next up because we the best
and
stuff.
And that's so Andy.
And no big fans.
All right, until next time. Peace.
Love don't cost a thing. You just what I need. Can I be the air you breathe? You everything and in between. Let's take a ride through the night. Pop champagne if you like. Finest thing that I seen in sight. And I ain't going out without a fight, no.